Will the for-profit bingo initiative introduced to island voters several months ago do away with nonprofit bingo operations around the island? The answer depends on who you ask. Guam Election Commission legal counsel Jeff Moots doesn't believe it will.
It says it doesn't limit or repeal the other laws, and the other law that affects nonprofit bingo is found in Title IX, and it makes no change to that. So what is allowed under Title IX is allowed even if this passes.
But Committee to Keep Guam Good member and Sinahanya Mayor-elect Robert Hoffman believe the wording in the initiative makes it clear that bingo would not be allowed anywhere other than the former Guam Greyhound facility.
So how we read it, how we interpret it, we want to make sure that our interests at the Manamco Centers are protected. So if our lawyers on our side are saying, yes, it is conflicting, and you will not be able to operate, then we're going to go by that until we can get some other clarification.
Island mayors have expressed concerns, and some have even drafted a resolution opposing the initiative, believing it would be the demise of a favored pastime at senior centers and a major fundraiser for various groups. Organizations like the Guam National Olympic Committee and the Guam National Golf Federation are seeking clarification as they raise significant money from year-round bingo. GNOC board member Robert Steffi confirms the organization is trying to determine what impact, if any, the initiative would have on their sports bingo fundraiser that goes to Guam's Olympic athletes.
I think the bigger concern for them is probably what will the impact be on the business, but it won't make it illegal. It may have an impact on their business, but it won't make it impossible to have.
I understand the nonprofits, some of them will be issuing challenges to the initiative, and so they'll be taking that to court. And you know, if they're going to write something and propose it to people to go on, make sure it's well written so we don't have to have questions like this.
KUAM attempted to get clarity on the issue from the Guam-Japan Friendship Village, but the only person identified on incorporation documents filed with the Department of Revenue and Taxation is attorney Ron Maroney. Maroney tells KUAM he doesn't know any specifics about the initiative as he was only asked to file the Articles of Incorporation. The group's Julie Delatorre and John Baldwin, the owner of Bridge Capital and president of Guam Greyhound, have not responded to numerous calls and emails for comments. You may recall Baldwin and Bridge Capital were behind previous failed efforts to legalize casino gambling on Guam, as well in several other states, including the most recent failed effort in Washington, D.C.
They're asking for so many lifting of restrictions on the types of machines used for bingo. So a lot of the Manamco, when we read this to them, they're saying, boy, what kind of bingo is that? I said, I honestly don't know. There's really no face or person or corporation. They say Japan Friendship Village, but really who is it behind it? It calls it to question.
With no one answering the questions, island voters will just have to wait for educational material from the Guam Election Commission to get informed. Arguments for and against the initiative are due to the Commission by September 22nd. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Mindy Egan.